The Panamanian people is ready to take to the streets in defense of their sovereignty in the face of the imperialist attempts by the U.S. President Donald Trump. Let's see more in the following report by our correspondent Belen de Los Santos.
Panamanians are once again ready to take to the streets in defense of their sovereignty. After a week in which the government received U.S. officials and once again yielded to the will of the Trump administration, allowing increased presence of U.S. military in Panamanian territory, the major working sectors are coming together to defend the people's resources, which they understand are being handed over to foreign powers.
Because Panama has a serious problem, and it is that the mafiocracy that we define as the corrupt oligarchy that thinks it owns the country, together with its servant politicians, the traditional politicians and a new generation of politicians, are dedicated to the plundering and looting of the people's resources, so there is widespread dissatisfaction in that sense, and we are facing a problem in which these traitors are finally receiving Rubio. They are receiving the heads of the Southern Command, they are receiving CIA agents, and now the Hegseth, Secretary of War or Defense of the United States, has arrived. They have practically signed memorandums that violate the political constitution in its Article 91 and 325.
According to one of the country's main union leaders, Saúl Méndez, documents signed by the Panamanian executive constitute an act against the homeland, as the constitution states that the president cannot concede national territory in any way to foreign powers and that any change regarding the canal's defense should be approved by the assembly and through a popular consultation. This context adds to the social discontent regarding the mismanagement of sovereign resources and the recently approved social security reform that directly affects the working class.
The Panamanian people have always been a peaceful people, but a people of struggle who demand respect, who demand that their fundamental social claims be fulfilled. In recent periods, we have seen a country where the economy is growing, but living conditions are very precarious. The fourth place with the worst distribution of wealth in the world. This has generated national discontent, and Panamanians have asked for a canal in favor of the interest of Panamanians. A canal for the country and not a country for a canal. And on top of that comes the government of José Raúl Mulino, a reactionary government that calls itself a business government, but is, above all, in the face of the aggression after Donald Trump became President of the United States, a submissive government dragged along that has allowed a series of situations that we Panamanians thought had been overcome. For example, the military presence of the United States in our country.
As in 2023, when Panama saw massive protests against the expansion of foreign mining in the country, the political climate in the nation anticipates a new cycle of demonstrations as the working class is determined to fight against the impositions of a U.S.-aligned government that prioritizes foreign mandates over its own people. Unions from different economic sectors are organizing a joint action plan with a great demonstration set for April 24th, when a general strike is likely to be announced. The rejection of U.S. military bases in the country, as well as the construction of a new dam in Rio Indio, and the need to repeal the Social Security law are the main causes fueling the struggle.
Panama's sovereignty is cared for by Panamanians. The people have risen up as of Wednesday, April 23 RD. The teachers of this country have announced that we are going to go on a general strike, and as of April 4th, after the great national march that we are going to have that day, it is most probable that a national strike of all other sectors will be announced.
And hence the slogan, "This country is not for sale, this country is being defended," and this is a fact that we have demonstrated with the blood of Panamanian men and women.
Belen de Los Santos from Panama City for TeleSUR English.